Hey everybody, my name is Darren Hyatt and I'm excited to be here. And tonight I normally do reviews, but tonight I'm going to do a little training. And this is the third video of a pretty long series, and I'm putting them together. And this series I'm doing, it's about expert secrets. Why? Because this book got things started for me in the entrepreneur realm, and I'm really excited about it. And the first video I didn't really talk about the book. Then I got this idea. I said, man, I'm trying to teach this book about what I learned. And I'm going to lead off with this question. And those of you haven't seen the last videos, we talked about the 3 things that you need to be successful in your niche. If you're building a funnel or website industry online. And those 3 things are, like I mentioned, the expert guide, the new opportunity, and the future-based, and have a future-based cause. Now, this book, just a little bit about this book and about Russell Brunson. Now, it's right in front of me. Russell Brunson, over the past 19 years, Russell has built a following over 1 million entrepreneurs, sold hundreds of thousands of copies of this book, making him a New York Times best-selling author, popularized the concept of sales funnels, and co-founded the software company called ClickFunnels that helps tens of thousands of entrepreneurs quickly get their message out to the marketplace. Now, this is what's really cool about this book, Expert Secrets. This is Russell Brunson's journey. This is what he did to get successful. Now, Russell has been collecting junk mail since he was a kid. That's how he got started. And I want to play you this video. And my goal is to give him credibility, those of you don't know him, because
and so
this will help.
We took our wives' credit cards because they were making the money. We went to Home Depot and we bought the pipes, and we spent the next week building out potato guns. Super fun. And then the next Monday I was back in school, and I remember sitting there thinking about my business, and all of a sudden I had the epiphany, like the light bulb moment, where I was like, I wonder if anyone else besides me was searching for potato guns this week. I don't know. And I searched, and there were about 18,000 people a month searching for potato gun plans and spud guns, and I was like, that's it. That's gonna be my business. I'm gonna potato gun expert. First, it was just a tool for me. Like, that was really the initial goal of ClickFunnels. Like, and then after I started using it and I was having success, I was like, we have to make this a tool for everyone. It'll free all entrepreneurs. My initial goal is not to make you $1 billion. My initial goal is to get you to break even. Now you have a tool that will consistently, all day long, give you 3 customers. I want you to do it now while you're in the moment, while you remember why it's important, why you saw me do it, so you don't forget and we can get it. And worst case, like, this will be the worst one you ever do. The next one you do will be better. It's not about the people watching you. It's about you guys, about us learning our voice. That's the most important thing. Someone the other day was upset about something I did. They're like, well, my dad always taught me to play nice. I was like, oh, well, my dad taught me to win. My goal for the next 3 days is if I can give you guys some tools and some things that will help you to change more people's lives in your world, then for me, that's a huge win. What is that thing for your business? Like, what's the one huge domino that if you can knock that thing down, everything else becomes obsolete? You have to lead them to the answer, but you can't give it to them. They have to come up with the idea themselves. You plant the idea in their minds with a story, and if they come up with the answer, then they sold themselves. He's a marketing genius. That's his brilliance.
Russell rhymes with funnel. How to market, how to promote, and even how to sell.
He's here to help entrepreneurs create amazing lives, and on a grand scale.
Now, guys, did you learn anything just from that video? I did. What I want to do is I just want to build credibility for Russell, and I want to read something real quick that Russell wrote in his book. Every great movement has a leader, and this spark is the beginning of your leadership. So when you have a spark for something you want to do, you want to drive, you want to quit your job, you want to come home and be with your family, this book, this will spark, he will help you spark and begin your leadership. Guys, you don't have to go to college. If you go into college, great. I have nothing against college. You can start your business. It's easy, and it goes on to say it's easy to assume that some people are just born leaders and others are not, but that's not true. Leadership and leadership and how to become an expert is something that you can learn. It's possible that your biggest fear when you first read the title Expert Secrets was that you aren't born a leader. You are not born a leader, or don't feel like an expert. When I started in this journey, I had the same feelings. Who was I to lead people when there were so many others who felt were more qualified? And down it goes on to say here, it's almost like he had a voice telling them they are destined for greatness, yet at the same time they have this other voice that constantly tells them that they're inadequate, that they're not enough, not smart enough, not focused enough, not thin enough, not experienced enough, not good enough. The strange thing is that often the more they do and the more people they help, the louder the voice and inadequacy has become. Inadequacy becomes. Whether you're not starting this journey or you've been at it for a while, know that the biggest hurdle you're likely to face is being okay with calling yourself an expert. What's equally important to understand is that you're not alone. I really feel for people struggling with that negative inner voice because, in all honesty, that is the way I often feel. I feel like I have been blessed beyond what any human being has ever been blessed with on the earth. And I feel that this gift I've been given from God is something I must share. In fact, if I don't share it, that would be an injustice to Him and the people I could serve. Yet, as I am out there in the trenches every single day, building companies, working with entrepreneurs, trying to change the world in my own little way, I still wrestle with these feelings of inadequacy. As I talk to people, I realize that these feelings keep most people from ever talking on the mantle of an expert. The voice keeps them from stepping up and stepping into the role, and it's strategy for a couple of reasons. First, it deprives them of the experience and the opportunities they should have, and then more important, it deprives the people whose lives they could change. Those people you could serve by sharing your God-given talents and expert abilities. They might never be reached. So I want to pause here. It goes on to say, I want to pause and take a moment, not so much to convince you that you're an expert, but to give you whatever permission you might need to be able to move forward. You have the ability, and I believe that the responsibility to serve others with your gift, whatever they are. So, and it goes on to say that you've been blessed with so many talents. If you're a cook and you think you're not worthy of teaching people how to cook, there's a lot of people out there that don't know how to cook. So don't let that get in your way, okay? So that's Russell Brunson. I couldn't have said it better myself. And that value ladder I showed you, it's this right here earlier in the last video. You could look at this is you, and you're leading your way up that ladder. First, you become an expert. If I could write faster with my mouse, I could. First, you become an expert. Then our next, we're going to talk about becoming a reporter, and what I mean by that is we're going to talk about not reinventing the wheel. Don't try to make something up from out of the air. It takes too much time. We're going to talk about how you could do it without even by following others. For example, my first person that got me into how to attract people was Mike Dillard, and I started following him and checking him out, and I started checking out Steve J. Fox, Russell Brunson, and I took their courses. I followed them on Facebook, their podcast, everything, and I'm watching what they do, and I'm taking what I learned from them, and I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. Why? Because I'm not ready to. And when I become beyond expert, I will be ready when I follow up that, so to speak, this value ladder. But first thing we're going to do is build our list. We're going to solve some problems, give some stuff away, build our list. Then we're going to create more offers with an opportunity. We're going to give people an opportunity and lead them to a future-based cause, which is their ultimate goal. And by that, we're creating relationships, not selling products. We're creating relationships. So that's what we're going to learn in these videos, and becoming an expert and all the small stuff. I mean, ask yourself this. Or how should I put this? If you're struggling, you're not in your goal yet in your online business, and you think, what am I missing? This book has all the small things you think you're missing. Yet, yes, you create an offer, you drive traffic to it, you sell the product, you deliver the product, you put the money in the bank. But all those things are in between there. You never hear it from a lot of the gurus. You never hear it. You never hear that. Nobody cares how much you know until you show how much you care. And there's a lot about creating your story and all that stuff that goes inside. You could have the coolest looking funnel in the whole wide world, but if you don't have a good story, you're not a good attractive leader, you're not going to get people to convert in your funnel. Anyway, I'm going to move on, guys. I think I'm over. I'm almost 20 minutes. I was hoping to go about 15, but next we're going to talk about taking the identity. Talk about how Russell teaches how to take the identity of a reporter, and he's going to how to go out there and figure out what you're going to do. And it's really exciting, guys. All the answers are in this book. In my YouTube description below, there's if you get tired of me and you want to just dive in and read the whole book, because this is going to take a while, just go ahead and order that book. The only thing you have to do is pay for shipping. That's a small price to pay for success, right? But anyway, guys, I'm gonna boot out of here, and I'm hoping if you got any questions, and tell me what you think. Like and subscribe, and come on my journey with me, guys. Click on the link below, get that book, or just like and subscribe, and But anyway, I gotta go. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. We'll see you on the next video training or a review, maybe. There's also a link there to my channel down there. Check that out. I do a lot of reviews, a lot of cool products. And be careful, don't get that shiny object thing. Stay focused. Well, anyway, I gotta go. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next video.